Hi everyone. So in this particular video, we will be talking about the application load balancer and the path-based routing concept and how your load balancer distributes traffic according to round robin algorithm that we will talk about, that we will talk here, correct? So if you have the load balancer and you have associated multiple target groups with that, so how load balancer, like just suppose that you have one particular load balancer, correct, and it has two servers. As of now it is associated with the two servers. So how this load balancer will decide that on which server it has to send the traffic, correct? This user is making a request, there are multiple users, so which request will come to the first, which request will come to the second, which request will go to third and fourth, correct? So how this is all calculated. So load balancer does the round robin kind of round implements round robin algorithm, and based on that, what does it, whatever the number, whatever the request is coming, that request will go first uh, to the first server, then it will go to the second server, then the third request will go to the first server, then the fourth request will go to the second server, and so on. That means it divides all the coming request in 50-50%. 50% goes to first, 50% goes to second, correct? In the similar way, if there are multiple servers other than these two, so the load balancer with the round robin algorithm, it will distribute the traffic to all these servers, correct? First one will go to the first, then second, the third, and fourth. It can be in any order, but yeah, it is to distribute on all these servers, correct? So we will see the same. You can see here, I will just explain you the backend, but if you can see here, so I'll be covering the pathway routing as well here and the round robin algorithm as well, correct? So this is the URL of the load balancer demo LB, and this particular URL is the load balancer URL. Now, when I hit this particular URL only, you can see welcome to round robin. It's somewhere it's going on to the server, and that I will explain, correct? I just want to give you the overview what will be the final output. So it's welcome to round robin. Just refresh. You will see welcome to C2 instance. Just refresh. Welcome to round robin. Once refresh, welcome to C2 instance. So it's the same URL route your traffic to do two different servers. This output is coming from the one server, correct? So the first server is printing welcome to C2 instance, while the second server is printing welcome to round robin, correct? And then for the path-based routing, if I add slash second after this, it will print welcome to second instance. If I print slash first, it will print slash welcome to first instance, correct? Welcome to first instance. So how all these things have been implemented, like your round robin algorithm and the path-based routing on the application load balancer, that we will try to understand in this particular video, correct? So yeah, let's come to the EC2 instances, correct? So if you see here, I have created 4 to 5 number of servers, correct? You can see there are 6 number of servers, out of which one is terminated, the rest is running, correct? So let's see the details. So these servers are running. If you see the demo instance, for the demo, I will just show you the user data, correct? So how this works on the different directory, correct? Like before going to that, let me show you the demo instance and round robin, these two, correct? So in the demo instance, what I have done, how to print any kind of message, correct? When I hit this, so it prints welcome to a instance, correct? So whenever you are going to launch an instance, correct? Let me show you from the beginning. Whenever you're going to launch any instance, you will be clicking on the launch instance. You will be passing the name and other configuration related to your server, correct? T2.micro or TPAR, the network configuration, correct? All these things. Then in the advanced details, what you have to do in the advanced details, you have to pass the user data, correct? Let me get into that. You have to pass the user data here. And what will be the script of the user data, that you can keep it like this way, correct? Cbind, and then system control start HTTP for Apache server. Welcome to EC2 instance. Let me create one EC2 instance as well here, correct? So let me do one EC2 instance creation. I'm just saying it as a public EC2, correct? I will say it is public EC2. And t2.micro PPR will be demo underscore two that I have already created. If you want to see how can we launch the instance, you can check out on my channel, and there you will understand all these things. For now, I'm just focused on the path-based routing and this your round robin algorithm. So I'm selecting availability zone as 1A, auto assign a public IP, and existing security group. I'm selecting what I have created, launch wizard 1, where the two roles are there, port 80 and 22 is open. Now let's get into the user data. I am printing here, welcome to public EC2 instance. That simple message I will print. Welcome to public EC2 instance because I am creating public EC2, correct? The name itself. So I will print the same message. Welcome to public EC2 instance. Click on the launch instance. It will generate public IP. We will click on the public IP and it will print the same message. Correct. So it's running, correct? You can see the status of the instance is running. Let me click on the public IP. And as it's not secured, correct? We have just created one server. We have not added any kind of SSL certificate, so it will listen on HTTP. Let's click on the HTTP and wait for a few seconds because the health status was initializing, correct? So it will take a bit of time to print your message. Yes. So what the message was? Welcome to public EC2 instance. That was our message, correct? It works. Welcome to public EC2, correct? That has been printed. So this was the message what we passed in the user data, correct? So in the similar way, for all these EC2 instances, I have passed the user data, correct? So for the demo instance, for the round robin, in the similar way, how we printed this welcome to public EC2 instance, I have given the user data for all this demo and RR. Now, when I have these EC2 instances, I have created target groups out of that. So let me get into the target groups. So here you can see there is a default target group. So in the default target, what I have done, I have registered two targets, round robin and the demo. These were the my instances, correct? Let me show you that as well. Yeah. So these are the my instances, round robin and the demo. And these are the by default your print message print, correct? Just like the public EC2, welcome to public EC2 machine. It has also the welcome to EC2 instance and welcome to round robin instance. That's the user data script, correct? You can pass on this user data script in the similar way if you want to copy it or if you want to write it, correct? So you can stop the screen and you can write it, or you can check out my GitHub repo, which is mentioned in the description, and from there you can get this user data, correct? So yeah, so we in the target groups, I have added these two instances, round robin and the demo. So what happens? Let me add the third one as well, what we have just created, correct? So we have created this public EC2. I will just add it as include as pending below, register pending targets, correct? And for the health check, like you can encounter issue with your health checks when you are creating your target groups, and that becomes that can be like non-healthy or health status failed, correct? So what you have to do in the health check, you have to check for the protocol. That should be your HTTP protocol. In the path, it should be slash if you have not passed created any directory in the user data script, correct? Right now you can see I have not created any directory. It's being printed on the default directory only, where slash www html index.html. If you have created any kind of directory here, just like just suppose that here I'm creating one directory, first EC2, correct? And then I'm passing the message welcome to first EC2 instance on on the different directory www html first EC2 then index.html, correct? While in the first user data, I'm just giving the HTML and then index.html. So this is the difference. So if you are creating any directory in between, you will have to pass that particular path here for the health check. Then it will be healthy, correct? For now, I have not created any directory, so it's healthy. So this is the default target group where my three servers are attached, correct? Public EC2, round robin, and demo. All these three instances are three different messages. This is the message welcome to EC2 instance. This is message welcome to round robin instance, and this is message welcome to public EC2 instance, correct? You can see welcome to public EC2 instance, then welcome to EC2 instance, and the third EC2 instance will print welcome to round robin, correct? Okay, it's first, correct? So that it will print the message. So these default target groups are now the part of load balancer. So I have a load balancer here, correct? Let me show you that. So I have a load balancer here, and in this load balancer, we have created listener and rules. So there is a one listener with the port 80 and the protocol HTTP, correct? So here there are multiple rules. You can see there are default, this that is the default rule, and the first and second, correct? So default rule applies if no other rule applies, correct? That is the last option. But if there is no other rules, that means you have not did any kind of path-based routing or something. So then your default rule will be applied. And in the default rule, we have the three targets. That's correct. So you can see we have three targets, the three servers what we have attached. Correct. So these are the three servers, and all of these three are healthy: public ec2, round robin, and the demo. So what happens whenever you hit the public URL of the disk load balancer? It goes on default. If no other rule applies, it goes on the default target. And in the default target, there are three servers. So it will distribute your traffic on these three servers, correct? So we have the load balancer. For the load balancer, we have the public DNS, correct? DNS name you can check. So we have the DNS name. Whenever we hit this particular URL in the browser, let me hit it again. So whenever you hit this particular URL in the browser, it will print welcome to your instance. That means it has gone to your demo instance, the first one, correct? Demo instance. Now let me hit again welcome to public ec2 instance. That means now it has gone to public ec2 instance, the third one, correct? Now let me refresh it again. Welcome to round robin, correct? So you can see the traffic is being distributed within these servers. The demo, the public ec2, the round robin, correct? Let me refresh it again just to verify once again. Welcome to round robin, welcome to ec2, welcome to public, welcome to round robin, welcome to ec2, welcome to public, welcome to round robin, correct? So this is the way how your load balancer routes traffic to all the servers which are associated with it, correct? And that happens in the round robin. First request will go to the first, second request will go to the second, and third request will go to the second. And there is no order. It can distribute in any way, but it will divide one by one, correct? The first one will go to one, the second will go to second, and another one, the third will go to and the third one. So this is how your load balancer routes your traffic to different servers, correct? Now we will understand the path-based routing in this video one only, correct? So what I have done for the past path-based routing, I have created few more number of servers, correct? Let me get into this now EC2 instance first. So I have created few more EC2 instances. Let's see. So I have created this first, second, these two EC2 instances with different paths, correct? So yeah, let's go to the first and second. So what has happened in the first EC2 instance and the second EC2 instance, I have passed the user data. Let me show you the user data, instance settings, modify instance metadata, edit user data. It will not be able to because when you want to edit your user data, you will have to stop your EC2 instance and then you can edit. But you can see here yum install httpd, the everything is same except the mkdir. Here I have created one directory mkdir-p where www html then slash first, and then I have printed welcome to first EC2 instance on this particular directory html first index.html, correct? You can see that. In the similar way, I have created user data for the second instance as well, correct? Here you can see the first instance and the second instance, correct? Where is it? Okay, the first instance you checked. In the similar way, I have created second instance as well. Let me go for the second. The second instance, yes. Let me go it into the user data, instance settings, edit user data, and you can see HTML/second. That is the directory here, HTML/second, correct? So this is the way I have created the user data, and now it will print whenever I click on the second, correct? Let me click on the second. I will click on the public IPv4 address. It will just print it works, and then when I put /second as a path, it will print the message, actual message. So let me do the HTTP. It works, correct? And then after it IP, if I type second, it will print the message, actual message, welcome to second instance. So now in the similar way, I have created for the first one as well, correct? So after that, what I have done in the target groups itself, like here is the target group. This is the load balancer actually, correct? Here is the target groups. So I've created first EC2 target and the second target as well. So let's get into the second one. You will see within this second target group, I have attached the second instance ID, which is also healthy. And for this instance ID, I have put the health check at /second, the one what I explained to you before, correct? So if you have created any directory while creating your user data for the instance, and if you have created any directory, that path directory you will have to mention here for the health check to be passed, correct? And your success code will be 200, of course, and the port will be HTTP because you have not attached any kind of certificates or SSL certificate. So in this way, I have created the second target group, and then where the second EC2 instance is attached, and then I have created one first EC2 target, and there I have attached the first EC2 instance, and for this health check is slash first, correct? The path itself and the HTTP protocol. So this is the way I have created two target groups, and now these two target groups are attached with the load balancer. You can see in the load balancer, in the demo will be in the HTTP AT protocol only. There are two target groups, correct? After the default, first and second is the listener rules, and in this whenever there will be path pattern will be slash first. It will go to the target group first EC2, and then it will go for the second. If you have the second as a path, it will go to the second, and whatever the message will be printed on the first EC2 and the second EC2, that will be printed when you will hit the DNS of the load balancer, correct? The same thing is happening here. Normally it's print welcome to public EC2 instance, welcome to round robin, welcome to EC2 instance. But what if I do slash first after this? It will print welcome to first EC2 instance. What if I do the slash second, correct? So it will print welcome to second instance. And how this routing is happening? For that you have to create rules here, correct? So here, if you can see in the listener rules, I have the option to add rule. So you get into the add rule, you give any kind of name, like just let me launch one more third EC2 instance, correct? That will be easy for you to understand. So let me create one more EC2 instance here, launch instance, and I will be launching a third EC2 instance, and I will show you how it works. Let me call it as a third. Then I will go with your demo key. That's by default I'm having this. And subnet, I'll be selecting as subnet 1A. Enable IP, yes. Select existing security group, that I will select as a launch wizard 1. And let's get into the user data itself. So let me get into the user data. I will just copy this particular user data script, and here rather than first EC2, I will put it as a third. That will be my path. And here also I will put as a third. I'm just modifying my user data, and here I will print welcome to third instance, correct? So you can see em update, em install httpd apache has been installed, started, and enabled. And then I created a directory with the name as a third, and then on the third on the path third, it will print a message welcome to third instance, correct? Third index.html. So now let me click on the launch instance. Let's click on this. It should be healthy, and once it will be healthy, we will attach it into the different target group. I'm just stopping for a second here to the video. So we were checking the status of this particular instance. So let me click on the IP address. So that's our third instance. So I have clicked on the IP address. Let me remove that HTTPS, correct? And it will be HTTP, correct? We know that. So it's not secure. So it prints the it box, and then after that I will print third. Let's see, welcome to third instance, correct? You can see the message. So now we have created the instance with the particular path, correct? Now I will have to create one target group as well here. So let me get into the target group first. I'll be creating one target group with the name third. So let me create target group instances. Your target group name will be third. You can keep any name, correct? I'm just keeping it in sync, that whatever the target group name I will be, that instance I will be attaching here. So target group name is the third. Protocol will be AT only, and the protocol HTTP, correct? Because it's going to your instance server. VPC will be the same. Health check. Here, health check, I will keep it as a third. Why? Because I have the this IP address which is being this particular message is being printed on path slash third, correct? So the traffic will be routed here, and it will be checked based out of that. So I'm just giving the health check path as slash third. Let's get into the next. I will have to attach instance ID what I have created. So I am attaching the third, include as pending below, and create target group, correct? So I have created this target group. Right now it's unused, correct? So this target group is not being used anywhere. So what will I do? I will get into the load balancer now. In this load balancer, I will get into the listener rules and I will add a rule here, correct? So I will add rule and yeah, I will call it as a third. This is for path-based routing. And then there is a conditions on which condition you want to route the traffic. So I will select path, correct? So it's we are trying path-based routing. So I'm selecting the path. You can select anything, correct? So path. And then on the path, I will select, call it a slash third slash. So whatever the load balancer URL will be there. And after that, if you attach slash third, it will route your traffic to the third target group. And that means the third instance, and that will print your message accordingly. So let me get into there, click on the next, forward to target group, on which target group you want to send it, this particular traffic when there is a path slash third. That means so for that I want to route that traffic to slash third instance, correct? The third target group. Click on the next. Priority, you can mention anything. So I'm priority giving the as a third. First, second, I have given to this server. So I'm just giving the third one. It's just default. Click on the create, and this rule has been created, correct? The third rule has been created. Now let me get into the third target group, whether it's healthy or not. Let's see. Right now it's being initialized. Let's see. Now it has been healthy. So what should happen here? I have created a load balancer, correct? Let me get into the load balancer here. In the load balancer, if you see, I have created one rule here. So there is a third, correct? So whenever I will hit the load balancer URL, this load balancer DNS URL, and when if I mention slash third after that, it will go to the target group third. And in the target group third, there is an instance ID which is attached with the name third. And on this instance, there is a message which should print welcome to third instance, correct? So let's get into the load balancer URL. For now, for the second, it's printing welcome to second instance. Let me modify this URL and I will print third here. Let's see what should be the message. Welcome to third instance, correct? So now you can see whenever you attach different path, I have created third instance right now. I have routed created one target group. I have printed this message according to that. So I hope uh, out of after this video, you will be able to understand how your load balancer routes your traffic to the different server, how your path-based routing works in the load balancer. Correct. You can have your different path, and where this path-based routing can be used, it can be used like when you are deploying your application on the same particular server. You can have different path, like slash cart, slash order, slash profile, slash your menu, or slash user data. Correct. Slash cancel transaction, slash payment, or whatever the multiple services you want to deploy for your application. You can have the different path, and on the different path, you can you can have your different functionality. Correct. So this is the way how you can utilize the path-based routing, and you can have the round robin algorithm of the load balancer to distribute your traffic to the different servers. Correct. So that's in today's video. If you have any question, just let me know on the comment section. I will be resolving your question, resolving your doubts. Correct. Uh, Stay tuned for the next videos, and I hope you will enjoy the other sessions as well. Thank you so much. Bye.